it's not too clear in terms of just the view what you're looking at, but this is a really beautiful view. I'm about to walk down the hill right now, and I have to walk up later because in certain areas of Jersey you have to walk up some hills and walk down, especially if you want to go to the other side and explore some other stuff. So there's other food there. I'm exploring lunch right now, so hey, just gotta take what I'm looking for. Something this weekend that I want to talk about before I even jump straight into certain life stuff and just overall just go mumbo jumbo a little bit is just, man, I didn't really care that I was awkward like that. So what happened was on Saturday, I was getting ready to go to my cousin's because it was her birthday, and my stepbrother was coming to pick me and my dad up, and he was like to text like an hour later when we were getting ready, oh, come outside. Alright, we went outside. I saw a freaking car. I was thinking that, oh, he probably brought us an Uber. I went out. I went to the other side. I went, oh, hey. And he was like, hey. And then I was like, a few seconds after, I'm like, wait. I was supposed to be waiting for my stepbrother. Not that he brought an Uber over but that car was right next to another house because that it's a big apartment pretty much. It's a pretty big apartment. But not too big. It's just big enough, And he was actually trying to go inside the garage, and I didn't actually register it till like 5 minutes after. That was pretty freaking hilarious. And I didn't even react like that. I didn't even register it. I'm like, oh wait. He was going in the garage and that was not an Uber. I was actually supposed to be just waiting for my stepbrother straight up. I done goofed, but it was actually so funny. So I didn't actually react so awkwardly to the point where I was embarrassed. I just found it hilarious. So, hey, character development. The character development here is that I did not act as if the world is ending because I had an awkward moment. You see, you gotta embrace awkwardness. I'm telling you, that's the way to go. Look at this beautiful view. Maybe you don't see it all the way through, but all the way in the back is just different parts of Jersey. It's just so nice. The view is just so nice. Well, holy cow. If it was me, like what, 5 years ago, bruh, I'd be self-conscious to the core. I'd be scared for my life. Because I interacted with a guy that I wasn't even supposed to be interacting with in the first place, because the guy was supposed to be just waiting for the garage and just driving in. Meanwhile, I was waiting for my stepbrother. The problem was, though, I thought my stepbrother brought an Uber, but the thing is that I didn't register that the car was facing in the direction of the garage. That was freaking funny. So, I find it more funny than just humiliating. It's just because it's supposed to be funny. It wasn't supposed to be humiliating. Because it was so unintentionally miscalculated by my part, and it was just me being completely an unserious, clumsy individual. Oh man. Embrace some awkwardness. You'll get a long way into life. You gotta embrace awkwardness in first-hand interactions with people. You gotta embrace awkwardness in parts of life where you might have messed up, you might have made a mistake, but all you have to do is just entertain it. Because if you don't entertain certain things that aren't meant to put you in self-consciousness, then all you're gonna think about is people coming after you. And all you're gonna think about is just embarrassing moments or things to be embarrassed by. You're just gonna keep self-consciously programming yourself through your conscious. And I don't want that. I don't want that for myself. I want to be a bit more lighthearted by the day. I want people in general to be a bit more loose, less tense. So that's a lesson, that's a common ground to be affirmed. That Steve Lacy album is pretty good. I don't really like how some of the guys within the music Twitter sphere are acting as if this is one of, if not the best album to come out of this year, or coming into arguments of it, because it's not only too soon, yet Jill Scott's album exists. Injury Reserve's album exists. Kalila's album exists. Navy Blue. Kiki, the K-pop group, they dropped an amazing mini EP. Watch it. So I just went down to the hill. There you go. See, I'm in this area. There's a bunch of cars here. There's other food on this side too, but for now I'm looking for Wawa, and Wawa is down this way. So I'm gonna have to keep going down this way for now. See the flag? The USA flag, Ecuadorian flag, the Mexico flag, the Japan flag, the Argentina flag. Oh, see? This is where the ultimate topic goes. This is what I was supposed to be talking about. I was supposed to be talking about the World Cup. Spain won yesterday, 1-0. They completely shut down Argentina. Argentina didn't even attempt one goal. They had no goals attempted at all. Messi disappeared, and everybody else around them, expectingly so, because they're a bunch of Messi merchants, they all disappeared. And Enzo freaking got ejected for being an idiot. So, quite funny how Spain won just off defense. Literally, off defense. They won off defense. They strategically shut down France, shut down England, and now they shut down Argentina. They knew that one-man show of just Messi and then a bunch of freaking AutoZone workers, AutoZone's right there, was not gonna do it. So it's pretty freaking funny that Argentina should have never went to the World Cup in the first place, but because again they're a bunch of Messi merchants, they made it to the World Cup. I don't know how England choked so bad. England should have never choked like that. That 1-0 lead with like the 85th more. Dude, they had literally 5 to 10 minutes to hold on to the lead. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. It's pretty sad. They got mad complacent. That's on them. That's on them. That's not really on anyone else. The World Cup was really fun overall. At least for me personally, because I'm just getting into the sport more. And now I can pay attention to the other leagues. Champions League, Euro League, or / Euro League. I gotta find my team, but I might have to take some time because I don't want to just pick a team just because others tell me to. Or maybe if I want to go off what other people say, I'll do that. The thing is, I just gotta be careful and meticulous with how I approach this sport. I've been playing a lot of FIFA. I've been playing a lot of Madden. So with Madden, I'm gonna have to watch a lot more Giants game, even though they suck. And with soccer, at least I know a little bit what goes on in a casual sense. Not too much in a, I'm such a super fan type of motive. That makes sense, right? There's a Home Depot over there, there's a Burger King over there. Pretty funny how there's a Burger King there, but there's also a Burger King like very close to my dad's house, like 3 minutes to walk over there. And that's literally like the only cheap spot for like fast food in general that's close by. But if I were to walk down here, and I like to walk down here at this very point, that's exactly why I'm here. I haven't walked down here yet in a general sense. I have before, but that was in the past. I'm talking more in terms of just walking, just being within the free flow. I am now. And I'm gonna see and get some lunch from Wawa and see if I'm able to just catch the vibe. If I'm able to catch the vibe, I'll let y'all know. I probably will anyways. I got some more streets to walk to. Again, there's a Home Depot there, there's a Dunkin' there, there's a Target over there. And if I were to walk past by that street, if I were to walk more over there, then there's a lot more food too. There's a Chick-fil-A right there, by the way. There's also a Chick-fil-A. There's also Popeyes down over there. There's Jersey Mike's over there. There's Wendy's. There's Panda Express. There's plenty of food there. There's plenty of food. It's just a matter of how much it costs now. That's the only thing that matters at the very particular moment. Oh, I still have yet to try the Chick-fil-A breakfast. I have yet to try the Chick-fil-A breakfast. I need to try the Chick-fil-A breakfast. You see, Wawa's right there. I'm about to get some Wawa, and I'll be back with you guys shortly to talk a little bit more about the sport and what I'm looking forward to when it comes to football, the American football. What I'm looking forward to just watching hockey too, because I do want to watch a little bit of hockey as well. Just watch a bit more New York Ranger games and watch Islander games and see what I'm rocking with. And I can do it now because New York Knicks have already won an NBA championship, so my completion of just watching one title, that's all that matters. I don't expect no dynasty. The second apron exists, so dynasties can no longer be a factor. Look at the Thunder. The Thunder got bounced by an inexperienced Spurs team in 7 games. Although they have Victor Wembanyama, to be fair. But that Spurs team, that was their first playoff in a minute. So, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. We'll be back. I came back up from up the hill. This hoagie, this buffalo chicken cheesesteak, this 10-footer, this chips, this meal was $8.50. $8.50. That is crazy work. That is absolutely a generational meal. In this economy, yeah. This economy is generational. I don't have to rely on freaking Burger King for my lunch at this point. I don't have to rely on that other sandwich spot. Like, damn. Or eat leftover food too. I usually eat leftover food for lunch as well. However, I can go to freaking Wawa for lunch now. That is amazing. That is just greatness. Because now I don't have to just be like, oh, I gotta go buy a fucking Burger King sandwich again. Even if I don't want it, clearly. Like, damn, bro. I got this one. I got freaking Wawa. It would cost me, not going close by, it would cost me going down the hill and going up the hill. honestly, just to keep my steps up and to keep myself intact, I'm gonna start going there more. I'm serious. Hell, I could switch up lunch and I can go to Wendy's. I can switch up my lunch and go to Jersey Mike's. I can go switch up and go to Chick-fil-A. Like there's plenty of food down here too. I don't know why I don't go down here more. Maybe I just been a little lackluster or just getting a bit used to the vibe. But dude, it's so worth going down the hill. It's so worth it. So just in a general sense, I'm gonna get into hockey, I'm gonna get into soccer, football, American football, I'm getting into those sports more. It's not that I'm not gonna pay attention to basketball anymore. I still am. I'm still gonna pay attention to baseball. I just don't expect much from basketball anymore. I don't need to. I already got a chip, I already saw a chip, I already went to the parade for a little bit. I witnessed it. I witnessed what I wanted. Now, I need to see the same for baseball, I need to see the same for football, and I need to see what teams I get into for the football leagues, especially champions. And yeah, New York Rangers, New York Islanders, it would be nice to be able to see them win a chip too. The Stanley Cup. It's the Stanley Cup for NHL, the Super Bowl champion trophy for NFL. It's the World Series champion for Major League Baseball, the NBA championship for the NBA. Let's have fun, okay? I'm gonna keep having fun with music too. I know there isn't as many good hip-hop drops as I like, but hey, Rose Cheese dropped a really solid album just this past Friday. I'm gonna catch up to some more stuff, dabble to some more stuff, and yeah, this is basically gonna wrap up for my life updates. There's nothing crazy happening. I was supposed to meet up with my mom on Saturday to go to my oldest brother's house, but it was pouring so hard, they probably didn't even want me to go in the first place. I didn't get no call. They were already there in like the afternoon anyways. They probably didn't want me to so they didn't call me, they didn't tell me anything. So I think that's better on their part, because I mean, in pouring rain, and I have to go down the hill and up the hill in pouring rain, I can't do that. Now with pouring rain, I would have to just go close by, because ain't no way I can go down and up the hill when it's freaking pouring. So maybe tomorrow, if the weather's nice, if it's not gonna rain, I will try Chick-fil-A breakfast. And if it's gonna rain, I'm gonna have to wait till later this week. If it rains tomorrow, or rains both days, Tuesday, Wednesday, because I was seeing that it could possibly rain again. I pray it doesn't, just so I can go try Chick-fil-A breakfast. But we'll see what's up. Cheers.